Hi. And today I'll be reviewing art. The Critic's Choice. 150 masterpieces of Western art, selected and defined by the experts. Introduced by John Russell. Edited by Marina Veze. So already, you can see that at least 2 people have worked on the book. Here's the contents. Tells you the contents. Really, it should just be the contents. There's a foreword by John Russell. He signs it to give it a personal touch. To be like, hey, I care about you, buddy. You're reading my book? Oh, and there's a preface by Marina Veze. And then there's an introduction. So there's a foreword, preface, and an introduction. You pretentious pieces of shit. See, it doesn't stay open. It kind of tries to fold in on itself. And I don't know what's with that. It's a hard cover, so at least it's got that going for it. Prop up a table in a crisis. Beat off a stranger in a crisis. Strange burglar. Do you know most burglars?
You stop! I got close through! No! Beat up!
Why do you beat them all?
Someone was trying to burgle me? Yes.
I did open it to a really interesting page. Juniper and Europa. Juniper and Europe. Really, is what it means in English. I didn't translate this piece, so I can't account for every error. Guido Reni. He was born Bologna in 1575, and he died Bologna in 1642. B-O-L-O-G-N-A is how you spell Bologna. None of this B-A-L-O-N-E-Y crap. That's phony Bologna.
I hate you so much.
King William III on horseback.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think that's what he looked like when he was on horseback. That's a photograph taken by Godfrey Kneller, one of the first photographers.
Easily, if I remember.
Landscape with bridge. I was looking for that.
Did he like run out of food to paint?
They must have run out of rebel angels to paint.
Oh, dude.
Fritz Flores. And he was born Antwerp and died Antwerp. Sad. Bernardo Malotto.
Shut up! Just shut up now.
Here's Watson in the show. Are they collectively known as Watson? Amateur work by John Singleton Copley. Noticing in this book that they only give you 1 page of text and then a picture. That's what they do. I'm not gonna comment whether it's good or bad. Have you ever seen a portrait of a woman suffering from obsessive envy? Well, you have now.
It's pretty specific. They do leave very little to the imagination on.
She's not nude. They leave that to the imagination.
I choose not to imagine that.
Suit yourself. It was taken on Jesus' vacation to Muskoka. Jesus crucified among the pines. It's the 3rd of May, 1808. I guess that happened. There's modern art too. It's Western art. We have one direction to work with. That's what the painting is called. The Daughters of Edward Du Bois. So I gathered those are the daughters of the man.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, I guess you guys just aren't ready for that one yet.
A little bit much.
The models are les poseuses. I've dealt with a lot of poseuses in my day. The worst kind of people.
Never heard of them.
Van Gogh, a guy.
I don't believe you.
Who's that? A phone not turned on. An amateur sitting next to me. In the early 20th century, that's what women looked like. And there were usually 5 or more. Interesting how art imitates life. There would be 5 women on the street. Sure enough, you go to an art gallery, there's 5 women in the art gallery. Same deal, right? And there's always been 5 women. Wassily Kandinsky.
That's probably not his name.
And this is the 6th painting he ever did. If you're gonna talk shit, just don't. Bride stripped bare by her bachelors even. The large glass. Flat piece of glass. With shit on it. Auto dicks! With some scat players. Everything sounded filthy about that sentence. The nurse and I or I suckle. That was the ultimatum Frida Kahlo gave to the government.
I don't get it.
Well, then you don't get art. Like Andy Warhol, all you hear about is the good things, but I guess he had a red disaster. That must have set him back some. That Andy Warhol, always popping back up until 1987. Leibsparr, too. Look at the end. Hold on, this one's babies killing and eating people honorable mention. It was a town in Russia where the children rebelled and ate the adults.
That's not actually a thing.
Increasing international dominance of American art after the 1950s began to be seriously challenged only in the early 1980s, in particular by Italians and Germans born in the late 1940s and early 1950s, who were making a concerted return to painting after more than a decade, notable for such experimental forms depicting the village of Praia, where the children rebelled and ate the parents. So I guess Paula Rigaud has seen some shit. Yeah, okay, there's all different words. Watson Guptill Publications, 1515 Broadway, New York, NY, but it's printed in Singapore. Little kids, broken fingers, stitched together this book. The cardboard cover was handmade by child labor. That's what I choose to believe. Edgar, yeah, I'm teaching you. That's the family of Darius before Alexander. B-.
Why?
It's the video, that's it.